G'day all, I'm Harry from Build Paperless. Today I'm going to walk you through our AI-powered estimating tool, designed specifically for Australian residential builders. I'll show you how to go from floor plans to a fully priced estimate in a matter of minutes and not days, so let's jump in. First things first, we're going to navigate to the Estimates Create Estimate page. From your Estimates dashboard, you're going to see the 6 steps that are taken here. First thing is, you're going to link a project or a lead from prior steps that you've done. And if you're unsure how that works, I've done a video prior to show you how to set up leads and convert them to projects. When you select one, the estimate name of the site address will autofill. The site address is very important. It's not just for our records. Build Paperless uses the suburb and the postcode to determine the climate zone for that location. You can see it's pulled up the climate zone info here in the blue card and the regional construction style for this state. So for example, if you're in WA, it knows to use double brick and not brick veneer. You're going to also set your build type. In this example, I've used knockdown rebuild, and you're also going to set the number of floors or stories. Now here is a double story house. Next is the ceiling heights. Now this is important as the ceiling heights are used to calculate the area of the walls per floor. So I've set that to 2.7 on the ground and 2.4 on the first. And if you're happy with that, you're going to hit next. This page is where you upload the plans. Now you can drag and drop PDFs or images. These are the floor plans the AI will use to analyze to extract your quantities. If you have DWGs, please convert these to PDF before or upload them as images either. You can upload up to 10 files, ground floor, first floor, site plan, whatever you've got. And if you don't have plans yet, you can skip this step and build your estimate manually by clicking skip. So I'd recommend actually uploading plans whenever you have them, as the AI is probably the most powerful tool amongst this function. Let's move on. This is where it gets interesting. Before we run the full takeoff, we get the AI to do a first pass, analyze your plans, extract the rooms, walls, doors, and windows, and in this case, I'm going to hit the analyze plans and it'll start scanning. This uses 10 AI credits, and it can take a minute or two, depending on how many pages you've uploaded. Once it's done, you'll get a full breakdown. At the top, you've got your summary, total build area. It's also calculated the land area, roof area, and wet area count. Below that, every room the AI found with its floor level, area, perimeter, whether it's a wet area, and floor covering type is also shown. You can edit any of these, and if the AI got a room wrong, just correct it here. For example, I have not uploaded a site plan and it's guessed the land area. In that case, I'm going to adjust that to the actual land area, and the build area seems accurate. We'll adjust the roof area down because that is not quite accurate. And the number of wet areas, I can see it's calculated 1 extra, and we can take a look at where that found that extra and adjust that. Alright, it looks accurate to me. Moving on, the wall assumptions. Now, when it comes to external walls and internal walls, it will presume the same. Now, this can be adjusted based on the cavity heights. And if the elevations are provided, it should be more accurate. Now we can run the full AI-powered takeoff. This is the big one. It reads your plans, applies the verified assumptions you just confirmed, and generates a complete bill of quantities across all trade categories. You're going to hit a Run AI Takeoff. This uses 50 AI credits and can take a few minutes for complex or multi-page plans. The AI generates line items across 15 to 20 trade categories: preliminaries, concrete, framing, roofing, cladding, plumbing, electrical, the lot. It can show you a few additional categories such as driveways, landscaping, as well as demolition, for example, in a knockdown rebuild. If those scopes of work don't apply for you, you have the option to delete them. Everything is fully editable. You can rename categories, add or remove line items, adjust quantities and units. Think of this as your starting point. The AI is going to do the heavy lifting, and then you can fine tune it. You'll notice the AI has provided estimated unit rates for every line item. So here we can conduct the AI Takeoff, which will start to generate all of those attributes. Now we're going to run the full AI powered Takeoff. This is the big one. It's going to read your plans, apply the verified assumptions you just confirmed, and generates a complete bill of quantities across all trade categories. Before you do that, you should verify the calculations are set correctly for all the presumed units that come up here. This uses 50 AI credits, and it can take a few minutes for complex or multi-page plans. The AI generates line items across the 15 to 20 trades, as I mentioned: preliminaries, concrete, framing, roofing, cladding, plumbing, electrical, and the lot. It's going to show generated categories and items, and everything is fully editable. You can rename categories, add or remove line items, adjust quantities and units. It's going to do the heavy lifting, and then you do the rest. You'll notice the AI has already provided estimate unit rates for every line item based on current Australian market data. There's a clear disclaimer at the top. These are AI estimates. You should always review and adjust the rates to match your actual costs, and that's right there at the top. Every rate is editable. Just click into rate fields and type your numbers. If you've got a rate library set up, you can hit override rate library right here at the top and bring in your saved library. It only fills in the items that don't already have a rate, so it won't overwrite your manual entries. You're going to scroll through the categories showing rates and totals and adjust anything that feels inaccurate to you. And I'm going to scroll right down to the bottom, and you'll see where you get to set your margin and contingency percentages. GST calculates automatically at 10%, and you get a running total, including the GST as you go. So once your pricing looks right, you're going to hit next. And just remember, this is margin, not markup, so ensure that you've set this up correctly for your expectations. Now, if you're wondering where do I set provisional sums, or if you're wondering where do I put PC items, that comes later. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to save this estimate as a draft. If everything looks accurate to you and you're happy with what's been produced, and even if you're not happy with what's produced, you can save it as a draft. But before you do that, one recommendation is you can run an AI review. And what it's going to do at the AI review stage is it will score your estimate and mark out anything that may have been forgotten, just as a reminder to see if you want to add it to your estimate before you move it to a draft stage and work on it further. It's going to check your categories against what you'd expect for this build type. It flags anything that looks too high or too low and suggests missing items as well. If it finds missing items, say you forgot to include landscaping or a driveway, you can add them all in a click by adding all missing items. They'll be added with 0 rates, so you can price them yourself. Below that, you've also got some AI adjustments typed in plain English. For example, you can increase all plumbing rates by 15% if you wish by adding in a text input, and once it So on the AI review, you can see the score, the benchmark, and any missing items. So right now it's given a score of 78, mainly because of the preliminary item that it believes is slightly below. Everything else looks fine there, and also some missing items. So if you need to include any of these items in your estimate, you should of course get them all added in. And then what I mentioned earlier is you get the opportunity to save this estimate as a draft. You might wonder, where do I add my PC sums or provisional sums later? So PC items with prime cost or provisional sums, you add those in at the estimate screen. So if you save this as a draft, it will appear as a draft and you'll be able to get those PC items in there. So I'm going to review this estimate, and right here is your view of your entire estimate. So here you can mark out any provisional sums or PC items, and these will reflect on your final estimate once completed. So each item, for example, let's say the occupancy certificate fees are not known yet, and you want to put them in as a prime cost to be confirmed later. You can do that, or if you just like to confirm that, that's perfectly fine as well. Also, there's going to be some other elements that you might want to include as provisional sums, such as defect rectification allowances. Now this, you might also not want to include these, for example, on the quotation or on the estimation. So you might want to exclude those too. That's an option that's available there for you. And that wraps it up. In summary, that's the full estimate workflow, from plans to a priced, reviewed estimate in minutes. And if you've got questions, reach out to us at support@buildpaperless.com.au. Thank you for watching, and if you're interested in this feature, please reach out to us at any time and we will happily onboard you to the service.